Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Solayer, the new eigenlayer of the Solana ecosystem. And guess what? There's a massive opportunity if you watch this video today, because July 4th is a key date. I'm going to explain why and what you should be looking into. So with all that being said, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Please do your own research, and always, if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, we got the Web3 Secret Society. Join the 250 people who found value in here to maximize on the bull run. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Bank, because I will be doing giveaways for my followers very soon. Now, one thing is clear. I am a huge fan of the Solana ecosystem. I'm a huge fan of Solana. Like the token's been doing great. Yes, we've seen it sort of bounce back in the same zones, right? So around March 4th, around early May, and just a week ago, we basically revisited the same areas. And guess what, guys? This is not the it's not astrology, right? These are charts of actual price action, and these were drawn a long time ago. You can see that the chart has really been respected, and I would not be surprised to see us sort of rocket back up to target the 200 range. But you know what? One of the things that I always tell people, and one of the things I always try to do whenever I'm in sort of holding my tokens, whenever I'm sitting here waiting for a move, especially in a bull market, Solana makes up about 20% of my portfolio. Well, I don't want to swap my Solana tokens for something else. I want to do things that incentivize me for holding on to that token. Well, guess what? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the restaking network on Solana. It is sort of meant to almost be like the eigenlayer, sort of have the AVS and everything else like that. But guess what? Right now, we're in early stages. We're on Epoch 3, and we're about to start what they call Episode 1. Now, Episode 1 is basically starting and kicking off with what's called the Valley. It's this interactive campaign. And because this has been out for about 6 weeks, they have about a TVL, if I take a look, is sitting at 74 million. It was actually 69 million this morning. So it is starting to pick up. That's how these things work. Now, if you are interested, you've got to do 3 of 6 things to participate in Episode 1. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But Episode 1, the reason it's very important is it's focused on rewarding those who have and will participate in restaking deposits. So this is still kind of hush-hush. Not many people know about it. There's a massive opportunity here if you're able to get in before July 4th, or to qualify before July 4th. So I posted this actually on Twitter. I don't know, when was this? A couple days ago. Yeah, June 29th. I did get asked, hey, I'm making a video on it soon. We talked about it in the Web3 Secret Society. Well, Scotty Mac, if you end up watching this video, we have it here. So check it out. Definitely hope that, you're interested in checking it out. Whether or not you decide to use it or go through with it, up to you. Right? So what exactly is Solayer? Well, Solayer is building the restaking network natively on Solana. And you guys already know it sort of adds the sort of security and infrastructure. That's what the validator networks do. We saw that with eigenlayer. And I'm not going to go through all of this, but I've linked the documents for you. What's relevant for you is Epoch 1 was started a long time ago. There were 100 private access codes to the earliest supporters. And then basically once someone got invited, basically it added like 2 invites. So you could sort of kind of expand out from there. It only worked for 24 hours with a max cap of 20 million. And then anyone who accessed the platform would get 5 more invite codes. Great. So that was done. I didn't hear about it then. Epoch 1 happened as well. And basically, unlike Epoch 0, there was no time limit on Epoch 1. But native SOL deposits were prioritized to ensure stability and growth of platform. And just so you guys know, withdrawals will be enabled starting at Epoch 3, which allows you to sort of go in and out as you choose, right? Now, this is very important for those of you who are interested in actually, you watch this video, you have a community. If you have deposited at least 10 native Solana, you will get a permanent referral link, which, you will get 10% of referees or rewards in enhancing um, enhancing their potential earnings. That being said, one thing that you should know is it's not like it's taking away from the people that you lend it to or that you give the code to. It sort of kind of works both ways. It supports both of you guys. Okay. Epoch 2 basically was a 24-hour period. That's done as well. And sort of, I had joined around Epoch 2 because this is when I heard about it for the first time. Now, if I go into this and I'm going to click on, I've already signed up. If you haven't already, you come to this webpage. It's going to ask you for a code. I put my code in the description below. You just click the link. It'll take you there. It'll do this for you automatically. And that's a way to support the channel as well, but also a way of not sifting through a bunch of people's one-time codes that, you may not be able to use. So I've just logged into my ledger. Just going to put a few more things in here. Yep. And basically now I click on Phantom and I'm now going to connect my ledger into this to sort of log in. You'll see exactly what happens. So I've already connected my socials, so it skips that. Right now I have 1632. I'm going to explain why. Okay. Couple things. Number one, as the TVL grows, I get more confident in increasing the value I put in here. Remember, the lower this number is, yes, there's more opportunity, but the risk is way higher, right? Like, just this reality. The same thing we did with Blackwing. Blackwing, when I was like one of the first few hundred people in there, and it was a very low, very, very low TVL, and now it's massive. But back then, once again, it was very much just scaling up as TVL goes up, just because you want to make sure that, in these early stage startups, you're not kind of over indexing. Okay. Couple things here too. You get an APY of 8% on your native Sol. So the first thing I did was I actually deposited 10 Solana. What that did, and I did a little more than that, but what that did was it actually got me that permanent referral code. One of the things I am also a little hesitant about here is whenever you deposit, what Phantom will tell you is, for example, any of the assets you get here, whether it's in any of these 5, all of them are basically the issuer's asset, right? Which makes sense. It's like a restaked version of this, right? So Solayer Inf versus Infinity. And what that means is they can freeze it and it can be valueless at any time. And I can only sort of take it out of the protocol. Normal, to be expected, but just once again, temper your level of risk. That's why I'm not putting too much in here. Obviously, when withdrawals become enabled, which should have happened, but I assume it's going to happen at the end of Epoch 3, then I can take it out, okay? Or I can manage. I won't take it out. But the idea here is to just get myself set up. Now, if you go in here, and I'm just going to click on Connect Wallet again, and you see here, for episode 1, I've completed, I don't know why the screen is flashing, but I've completed at least 3 of the following items. So you've got 6 items. You got to do at least 3 of them. So the permanent referral link is quite simple. If you deposit at least 10 native Sol here, so just this one. If you do the others, they don't count. Then you get that check mark. If you deposit it in any of the LST pools, so for example, you go down here, you go Infinity, you go to Jito, Marinade, Blaze Stake, whatever you want, you deposit, bang, you'll get some. So I put 0.5 INF in here, and there you go. So that gave me my second check mark. Participate in Epoch 0. Unfortunately, it was out of our control, too late. Participate in the 3 epochs. Well, that once again, too late because of when I started. And then finally, referred users who have deposited and invited at least 5 people. So one of the things we did in the Web3 Secret Society was basically create a chain. So like, somebody signed up. Okay, so somebody signed up under me first. Then they posted their link. And we just went one by one by one. And we set up a structure so that as many people as possible could do this, right? And that's sort of the teamwork aspect that we have within our group, making sure that everybody eats, not just one person's farming referrals. And then, of course, I posted my link on Twitter. And by the way, like if you get at least 5 people invited, there you go. It's not the same thing as if you refer someone, because a referred person has to deposit. So that's the very, very key component. But you should be able to do 1, 2, and 5, most likely. So if you do that before July 4th, then you qualify for episode 1, right? So if you go here, it's we're gonna find streaming of episode 1 is time cap. So start redacted, end date July 4th. We're gonna find out exactly when this looks like, because they said until the closing of episode 1. So it's likely gonna start before July 4th, but don't know when. They have not mentioned it. And you know what? Like, it could, and maybe I'm misreading this, but maybe they're saying that like the snapshot date has already been taken or in between that time, but it doesn't matter because you have until July 4th to sort of be eligible. So guess what? I'm eligible. Fantastic. Who else is eligible? And I think this is what episode 1 is when I think about it. So make sure you do this. This is a high priority. I've already gone through some of this, but let's say you wanted to go in and get some Jito, or you wanted to get some INF. Well, you can go to Sanctum. I put the links in the description, and you can just trade some Solana token for some Jito or for whatever you want. You could also do the same thing on Jupiter. So if you're trying to farm the Jupiter airdrop, this is also another good opportunity. And once again, I think it's a very, very good opportunity, very early stage. Not many people are talking about it, and these are the ones where people eat because they did it and got in early. So that's my recommendation. And guys, like, if you are curious and you want to learn more and you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, well, guess what? Web3 Secret Society, link in the description below. I mean, I can't say enough good things, and people can't say enough good things about it either. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Keep doing that because it pushes, or at least if you like and share the video, it tells YouTube that you like it. And that also incentivizes me to keep making more content for you guys on YouTube. As you guys know, I'm not motivated by views, but I am motivated by reach. So if I can get to more people, then I'm happy to do so. If not, I'm going to keep focusing on the Web3 Secret Society because that community, like wanting to make sure that community thrives, is my #1 priority right now. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.